gentlemen. Don't feel the retard. Alright, damn. Got 8 billion things going on. This is all, I told you guys, it's a one-man show, alright? This is no, this is no team effort here until Katie comes in. And then we have a team effort. So anyways, I got notification. I gotta take a look here. The press secretary. You guys, I would think this means that we've made it. Does it or does it not? The press secretary for John Cornyn is in Dallas Wednesday, okay, for a briefing, and he spoke to Obama chief today, and it's called for consideration of travel ban, and then he wrote, "Get facts straight." What do you think of that, guys? What do you think of that?
So what facts do you need to get right?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not real sure what facts
you talked about his story all week, and then he's talking about it today. It's like, so all the facts are right, and then just now he's talking to that person, talking to the Obama chief.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, what facts are you talking about then?
Yeah, what facts are wrong, Drew Brandewine? What facts you were in Dallas Wednesday for a briefing and then spoke to Obama chief today, and it's called for consideration of travel ban. Consideration? For consideration? Basically, Drew, and this is what's pretty pathetic, Donald Trump has called for travel ban. I have called for travel ban. You say that John Cornyn has called for the consideration of a travel ban. A consideration? Like, what facts am I not getting correct? And if you read the article, which apparently you did, because it was tweeted, and by commenting means you actually read the article, and that being, where is John Cornyn and taking tours of the facility? Where is he speaking to CNN? Where is he speaking to Fox? Where is he speaking to MSNBC? Where is he speaking to anybody? He's doing nothing except that you're saying he's doing something. And he's considering. Think about that. You're not even calling for a travel ban. You are asking for consideration of a travel ban. So, I got to imagine, ladies and gentlemen, that we have officially made it into the big time. And that being, we actually got a legitimate PR or chief of staff or whatever he is, Drew Brandewine, for John Cornyn to actually speak about what we wrote an article on and what we said. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
I would like to know the facts. But then again, you're talking about a Texas conservative. He is from Texas, right? This man is from Texas.
Yeah.
Texas conservative who
Yeah.
hates everything liberal.
Oh, of course.
So it's like, but dude, you talked to him today. We've been
Yeah.
talking about this all week.
Yeah.
I want to know these facts. You should tweet back. What facts?
Yeah. How many words? Let's see. This is what we got to tweet back. This is what we got to tweet back.
No, all you have to say is, what facts?
What facts are what facts do we have wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so what facts do we have? What facts do
tweet
we
it right
have
now.
wrong? And you can't even. I want to say something about the travel ban, and you can't even say yes or no for the travel ban. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's tweet back this. Here's the tweet.
Do it.
I don't have control over it though.
I think you had your Twitter.
But I don't know what my, because remember my thing. So, I would have to. It would. Somebody has to listen to me, and say, what facts? What of our facts are wrong? Which of our facts are wrong? Okay, so right, that makes sense, right? Can that or no? Wait, no, hold it. Does that make sense? Which of our facts are wrong? Does that make sense to say?
Yeah. I was just trying to think of another way to like say it completely.
What?
Like, asking.
What facts do we have wrong?
Yeah.
What facts do we have wrong?
Yeah.
And you can't even say yes or no on a travel ban.
Yeah.
What you can't even say yes or no on a travel ban.
Yeah.
Consideration, the word consideration. Okay. Which of our facts are wrong?
What facts are wrong?
What facts are wrong, and you can't even say yes or no on a travel ban.
Yeah. Or you use words like consideration in a travel ban.
Okay. Which of our facts? Give me the pen so I could write. This is actually a big deal. I mean, who else actually has a senator's spokesman responding to them? Like who? Do you know anybody that you know?
Oh.
Exactly.
No, because no one I know besides us do a radio show.
Okay, so what facts, what did we say?
What facts are wrong?
What facts are wrong, and you can't even say yes or no on travel ban. Consideration is a cop-out. Right? That sounds good, right?
Yeah, just as long as it's 140 characters.
Okay, consideration is a cop-out. Okay, what facts are wrong, and you can't even say yes or no on a travel ban? Consideration is a cop-out. The word consideration is a cop-out. The word consideration is a cop-out. There, that works, right? That sounds good. Okay. My Twitter person. Here's the official tweet back to the press secretary, John Cornyn, or whatever his fucking name is. And make sure that this tweet, when it goes to the press secretary, it also put in Rachel Maddow, Chris Matthews, Reverend Al. Make sure you put them in it so they can see that this senator's person is responding to us. Make sure you put them in it so that they can see that we are on the important level with our program. Okay? And here's the tweet. What facts are wrong? And you can't even say yes or no on travel ban. Consideration is a cop-out. Or the word consideration is a cop-out. Let's repeat this again. What facts are wrong? And you can't even say yes or no on travel ban. The word consideration is a cop-out. And that tweet out to that press guy at John Cornyn, however you pronounce his name, and also Rachel Maddow, Lawrence O'Donnell, Chris Matthews, Bill Maher, Reverend Al. There it is. That's what has to be done right now, goddammit. And then hit me back. Hit me back! So probably the most exciting thing that's ever happened in the last year and a half since we've been doing this program. We actually got attention from a legitimate politician. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. All right, Katie Summers, I want you to excite me with the news. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Katie Summers!
Yes, hi. I'm just reading I was reading a suicide note from War Machine.
Oh, I thought you were writing a suicide note. Because you're like, I'm reading my suicide note.
I'm reading a suicide note.
All right.
From the glorious War Machine.
War Machine!
He tried to commit suicide in jail last night.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
But he's not dead.
No.
No.
Like, he was just, like, unresponsive. He was supposed to go to court today, I guess.
Well, that's why he did it.
And I'm like, how do you kill yourself in jail?
You tie bed sheet around your neck. It's easy to kill yourself in jail, believe it or not.
Well, he sucked at it.
Oh, yeah. But
he failed.
You definitely can kill yourself in jail. I mean, you have sheets that that are on your bed. All you gotta do is rip the sheets into strands, and you can actually, hang yourself. That's easy.
That's lovely.
But you just gotta want to do it. He didn't want to do it. That was just a way for him not to go to court.
Yeah, well.
Because if you want to do it, you can do it. Look at Robin Williams. It's easy to hang yourself.
Yeah.
So.
Very true.
All right, baby, give me it. I want you to.
So speaking of death. We have 2 death stories. One. Now the other day we were talking about Misty Upham.
I'm looking at Misty Ham right now.
Upham.
She kind of looks hammy in the picture. Looks a little thick.
And there's a whistling dog out there. But But her body was found in. Sounds very calm. He's our oldest dog. He's not old. He's like 2, but the Pomeranian sounds like a constipated old lady in a bathroom. He's like right outside the door, and he's like. Whoa. But her body was found. Misty Upham's body was found 6 p.m. Thursday evening in the woods of a Seattle suburb. There was no signs of foul play, but they're gonna do examination. So yeah, and come on, it's going over me.
I'm sorry.
And well, I'm talking, and right before I finish what I'm saying, all of a sudden you hear your little.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But so yes, her body was found.
I never even knew who she was.
I don't know who she is.
But you said she was an actress,
Yeah, but I never seen her. I never see the movies that she's in.
Well, what word do you know?
That she was in that August movie with Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep, and then she was in something River or Mystic River, or one of those movies. I don't know. I'd never heard of her. So the only movie I know of, because I wanted to see it, was that August Ostega, whatever it's called, movie.
And I heard that the premise was that she was suicidal for a little bit of time.
Well, she went off her medication, and all of a sudden she went missing, and she's been missing for a week and a half, and they found her. She's been missing since October. The last time they saw her was October 5th. So technically she's been missing since October 6th. So for 12 days. She was missing. Or 11 days. Because tomorrow's the 18th.
Yeah. So that's what I when I was hearing the stories.
But yeah, so she's dead.
Okay. Dad. What else you got?
Joan Rivers, her cause of death has been
She's
released.
Dead.
The medical records say there was no medical errors, so the doctors didn't kill her, like some people thought. That was the number one thing. The doctors killed her. She had brain damage that caused low blood oxygen, which made her die. Technically, brain damage is basically what killed her.
So it's okay. So the premise then is she had a heart attack during the procedure.
So they don't say that.
Yeah, that's what exactly. I heard that she died of brain damage.
Yeah.
Well, how did she get something happened from the procedure to.
Because didn't they say she went to cardiac arrest,
Yeah.
which is a heart attack?
Yeah.
Isn't that what that is? So it doesn't make sense that first they say, oh, cardiac arrest, she had a heart attack. I understand, though, the low blood oxygen thing. So, maybe, her heart, because, when you go brain dead, the low oxygen, so maybe the heart started slowing down. So when they were filling her, they were something's wrong with the way her heart's beating. So maybe that's why they thought it was a heart attack. So they say she went to cardiac arrest when really she basically went brain dead, and everything started slowing down. Because your brain functions everything, in case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know? Well, you better call somebody. I get it. She wasn't brain dead, and when she got to the hospital, when she got to the doctor, before they did the procedure on her, she wasn't brain dead. So
but see, that's the thing too. Is they're missing out then the medical record should have said she had the cardiac or she had the heart attack, because she did die of brain damage. Because you gotta think, she did turn into a vegetable.
I wonder.
So after all the emergency stuff, they said she went brain dead. So it's okay, so the main reason is because she had no brain, complete no brain function.
I wonder.
Oh, heart attack triggered it.
Yeah, I wonder if they just don't say that. Not that they're hiding it, but that everybody knows that.
Yeah.
That she had a heart attack.
But the final point of how she died
was
the fact that it triggered her brain and it made her go brain dead.
I think that's what they're saying. Where everybody was like, "Oh, the doctors messed up." I think they're saying, "No, nobody messed up. She was under anesthesia." Which was all legal and properly done. She had a heart attack, and that's what triggered the oxygen cutoff to the brain, and that's how she died. It was nothing of negligence. Nobody did anything wrong. She was just an 80-something-year-old woman who shouldn't have been under anesthesia. I think that's the premise. But anyways, okay, so Joan, cause of death, brain damage. But it's almost like we knew that. I mean, that's why they pulled the plug.
But I think they want everyone to confirm so they can stop blaming the doctors. Because everyone's been blaming the doctors, saying, well, it's your fault. You're the ones that killed her. And they're saying that there was no medical errors. Nothing was put into her. It wasn't like a scaffold inside her throat. It's like...
All right. So what do you got, baby? Give it to me. Give it to me!
All right, so Maria Munoz, she's like one of those hosts on like Extra. Like she did Extra for like ever. She does all that kind of like Access Hollywood Extra type stuff. Extra.
Yeah.
That's at Universal Studios.
Extra. And now it's with Mario Lopez.
Yes.
And his wife do the extra.
His wife looks familiar, but then again, she just has one of those faces that looks the same.
Yeah. So she looks like this lady, Maria Munoz, or whatever her name is.
But Maria was actually... Okay, so she got picked up from the JFK airport from, I assume, her husband, and a tire wrench got thrown into, like, someone, like, threw a tire wrench, like, in her window, and, like, smashed her window as the car was driving. And they were like, and it, like, crashed the window, and Maria thought it was a gunshot. She told everybody to get down that they'd been shot. And then realized it was a wrench, and was like, oh, thank God no one was hurt.
It's very bizarre.
So she's like, it was like a movie. I know, and there's like there's no like, oh, who could have done it? It was like somebody threw a monkey wrench to the car, or a monkey wrench somehow was flying in the air and landed in the car.
Instead of it being something that is malicious, I'm not defending any aspects because I don't know, but I wonder if it wasn't necessarily somebody throwing something, it fell off of a work truck that went by, or it just fell. Like it was part of it wasn't just somebody going, oh, there's Maria Munoz and her family. Like it might have just been a work truck leaving and the thing flying off because it wasn't it wasn't in a toolbox.
Yeah.
Or if somebody was working on top of the airport, she was at LAX, maybe they
JFK.
Or JFK, maybe they were working on something. It's kind of weird that just randomly somebody would just go and throw a monkey wrench into Maria's car window. I see it
still as very scary. You're like driving, dude, all of a sudden something just smashes. You're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I mean, think about how many times have people been driving on the freeway and trucks, all of a sudden a tire comes off of a work truck and blasts a car. I mean, that happens all the time.
Remember the time the deer flew into the car?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's some scary shit. And no one was like, how did a deer get on the highway and why was it flying in the air?
Yeah, I mean, things happen like that all the time. So, I mean, it's possible that it was nothing more than
Something falling off.
Something falling off of a truck, and not somebody, throwing objects at the poor Maria Munoz.
Channing Tatum wants you to know that he's not smart.
I know, listen, I know that's not the story, okay? I know Katie Summers is trying to be a comedic genius right now. It's funny, but I can't fathom that Channing...
Yes, he is.
He just wants everyone to know that he's not smart. Go ahead, tell us.
Well, that's what he said. He said that. He goes, I never claimed to be smart.
Well, he did do Magic Mike.
He didn't have to be really smart to take off his clothes.
Yeah, I mean.
He's like, but.
Yeah, but Magic Mike was just such a horrible movie.
Shut up! It was amazing.
Man. All right, so Channing Tatum is like, I'm dumb.
Pretty much.
Okay. No.
So wait. Ever since he was little, he's been on medication for ADHD and dyslexia, which means he can't really read properly. He's like, what's that say? Is that an E or an I?
So ADHD means he takes Adderall, so really he takes speed. And the dyslexia, which he says he has, is really just a cover for him not being able to read. Like he's like Floyd Mayweather. He's kind of stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. Because his whole thing was, he's like, it was like really tough for him in school. Because it was like either I had to be put in classes with the Down syndrome.
He said that.
Hold on. Come cool collected, Katie. Come cool collected. Do that. So he had to be with the scariest people in the whole entire world. Or where he was like the smartest kid there. Or be put in regular class where he was the dumbest kid. And so he's like, school was never my thing, and I learned a lot more from and my parents were never had any kind of artistic or anything that could be passed down to me, and I can't he in his interview said he can't even say what his mom's favorite song was, and he was talking about how he kind of got into this whole acting thing and surrounded himself with people who act and learn from them, and said it he preferred learning from people than from school and books. And then when he was 18, he became a male stripper at Male Encounter in Florida. And that Magic Mike is a true story. It's like a mix of, he plays the person that taught him how to strip, I think, is how it is. When you watch Magic Mike, the kid that's known as the kid dancer who's shy and cool and mysterious, that was really Channing Tatum. And Channing Tatum played the mentor. Does that make sense?
No, it does. So he played the...
He played the guy who kind of taught him how to be confident.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, Magic Mike is a true story in a way.
Alright. I'll tell you something, Kate. You know a lot about Channing Tatum and Magic Mike.
Yeah,
you know a lot.
I do.
You really do.
Hey, that's a great movie. Guys in the 90s had showgirls. Girls in 2013 and 2015 got Magic Mike. Alright? We know this shit.
Alright.
If you don't know what Showgirls is, it's Elizabeth Berkley's I'm gonna be the sexiest thing ever.
Horrible movie.
And it was just...
What a fall from grace that girl had. Remember, they were all those kids from that Saved by the Bell. It was okay, they all got, grew up, and it was okay, they're all gonna go do these acting careers. So, you had that Tiffany Amber Thyssen did the 90210, and she kind of started doing real things so that, what's her name again?
Elizabeth Berkley?
Elizabeth Berkley's like, I'm going to be a dramatic actress, and I'm going to be in a movie where I show my breasts. I'm going to break away from being the teen. And she did that movie, and people were like, horrible movie, you're a horrible actress, you have an ugly body, and we're never going to use you ever again for the rest of your life.
I think she has a good body.
The boobies just were weird.
Because they're like pancake tits.
Yeah, they were just weird. Like, if you're going to get naked...
I like the other girl. I see that movie a lot.
Because you were like, I'm going to be a stripper.
Yeah. But, no, I actually watched that movie, to learn how to be a stripper. That's a true story. The other girl that plays Crystal.
You know what?
I like her. She's in other movies, and every time I see her in other movies, I'm like, oh my god, I remember seeing your tits in Showgirls. It was kind of awesome.
I don't even remember each character from Showgirls.
Like, when I show her, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Alright, give it to me. Give me something. Give it together!
Speaking of strippers,
Okay.
speaking of sexual industries,
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen and Brett Rossi broke up.
Oh my god!
And they're supposed to get married in like 3 weeks.
Now, but you got to explain to everybody who Brett Rossi is.
Brett Rossi was a girl who did porn.
But Charlie Sheen changed her name. Didn't she go by Charlie, right? Wasn't it?
She didn't go by Charlie. She went by Scotty.
Scotty. I knew it was a guy's name.
Yeah.
Scotty.
She went by Scotty. That's what he called it. But her real name is that, I think. That's like her real name, or her middle name. I think. Unless I was like, they said that, and that was her nickname. But they got together last year, and then all of a sudden we're like engaged like 3 months later. Then like
Met Paris Hilton, and Paris Hilton wouldn't take a picture with him. No, not Paris Hilton. Rihanna.
Oh yeah.
Rihanna wouldn't take a picture with him.
She's like, ew, white people. But Charlie tweeted out, that he's still fond of Scotty. She's a great girl, but he's not gonna get married. He's not in it, he's not in with it anymore, and that he wants to focus more on his children than on a relationship.
You know what I think happens with him?
He goes on his binges and goes crazy,
Yeah.
and then he's like, ah.
Yeah, I think he goes on these binges, and so he'll be like on this weird, druggy, Mondo Bizarro world binge, and then all of a sudden he's had enough of it, and he needs to make money. He has to do things where people in that world, in the Hollywood circles, are like, dude, okay, you want to come home? You gotta just stop all this weirdo shit. And so then he stops it. And one of those things is like, all right, porn girl, I'm done with you. So I wonder if he gave her I took you away from porno, here's a couple $100,000, sorry. Because she was still doing porn, and then it was like, you're going to stop doing porn, you're going to be my wife, and we're going to live happily ever after.
It's like what he did with Brie Olson. Exactly what he did with her.
Yeah, but he wasn't with Brie Olson like this one. He wasn't fucking... Brie Olson was just a little fuck slob in a house.
Yeah, that's true.
This one, he was like, hey, Dad, this is my girlfriend. We're getting married. Hey, Mom. Hey, everybody. He took her to Hollywood parties. He didn't take Brie Olson anywhere. He got held up in a fucking house with her and did fucking methamphetamine and fucked. This is the goddess. It was like a publicity stunt. This was like as close to what he did with Ginger Lynn back in the day. when he was with Ginger Lynn, and they actually would go out in public and go to restaurants and not just fuck restaurants. Like, all right, we're gonna go see Marlon Brando. We're gonna go see my dad. We're gonna go see Michael Douglas. We're gonna go see all these. Okay, that would, when before Ginger Lynn got sentenced, Martin Sheen wrote a letter to the judge saying, "Hey, don't give her jail time." That's what this girl was. That she was as close to becoming a legit.
Wasn't he with Ginger longer though, or like the same
He was
amount?
around the same amount of time, like a year and a half.
He's not good with relationships.
Well, not with the weirdo girls.
No, what's that? It's like he's good with the Denise Richards and that Brooke. Brooks is that other
Brooke
one?
Mueller or something like that. Wasn't that her name?
I think so. He's good with like the regular actresses.
Yeah.
Not the porn ones.
Yeah. Because I think he gets shit for the porn ones. Like, I think, like, his people that are in his normal circle go, "Dude, why are you with a porn chick?"
Yeah.
He's like, "What?" And they're like, "It's just weird." He's like, "What?" And they're like, "It's cool, you want to fuck him, but, like, you're going to make her your wife? Like, why? What's wrong with you?" I think that's what they do. All right, give it to me. Give me some more.
So, Gone in 60 Seconds. Have you seen Gone in 60 Seconds, right? Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, Angelina Jolie's in it for literally, 5 minutes?
Hey. She's on the box cover, that's all I know.
Yeah. No, she's in it longer.
She's because that makes no sense.
No,
because
she
was the main...
is. I'm trying to think. There was one of those that they did where somebody, or was it Fast? One of those movies, somebody was in it for a very brief amount of time, and they hyped it up. Like, no, you're right. Jolie was in it a while.
No. She's like the girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Or like his partner or whatever.
I'm a jerk off.
But the Mustang, remember the Mustang that he called Eleanor?
Yes.
The really pretty fucking car.
Yes.
Oh. Yes. Well, December 12th, December 13th, at the Meckham's Austin 2014 auction, 3 of those special-made cars are going to be up for auction.
I don't know how much they're going to go for. Don't even tell me hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, I don't know yet. They don't have the pricing at the start. It's probably closer to the date they'll say, like, how much. But the car was specially made for the movie. So, like, the studio, like, specially made the cars, so they're not, like, ripping off the shelving, and, like, putting it in there. Like, oh, we'll just take, like, the concept and add some other stuff to it. I called it Eleanor.
I remember.
But, yeah, so that 3 of those models, 3 of those, like, the studio models are going to be up for auction. December 12th, 13th in Austin, Texas.
Oh, Jesus. Make sure it don't get Ebola. Alright.
Oh, my God. Real quick, this is not part of this, it's right before I came in. They were talking about the Giants are playing the Cowboys in Dallas in Dallas this weekend. And the Giants players all got emails about Ebola.
Yeah.
And like the myths of Ebola, how to get Ebola, how to protect yourself, what to do. And they were talking about that how they take charter planes, so the team takes one plane and they go to the where they're going.
Yeah.
And then their families take a regular plane and go.
Yeah.
All the Giants players told all their families, their wives, their kids that they're staying at home this trip. None of those families are going to Texas.
Oh yeah. Dallas, Texas is gonna become that until this gets under control. That place, like I said 2 weeks ago, they're like the American Liberia. Yeah. They're like ground zero. That's where everything is happening in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
That's where the hospitals. That's where you have 70+ workers that were exposed to it. That's where Duncan was living. I mean, all of this stuff was Dallas. So, yeah. All right. So what else you got, baby? Dust in the wind.
Alright, so Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
They're to put out 10 superhero movies within now to 2020.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
The first one is, as you know, Batman vs. Superman.
Yep.
And then after that, they're doing the Suicide Squad. That will be out 2016, which is like a group of whatever DC.
I never even heard of it.
Me neither. And then 2017, they're gonna do Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman!
So I'm kind of excited about that, which would be kind of
Wonder
cool.
Woman!
Because you know how you're talking about, oh, what are they gonna have it all wrong? What are they gonna have? Remember when we talked about
Yes,
Wonder
I
Woman?
do. I don't know if I was saying it exactly like I was.
Well, 2017, they're gonna have Wonder Woman. But yeah, so their whole thing is to compete with Disney, which whatever Disney's doing, and like Marvel or whoever doesn't have DC Comics, that other company. Marvel, right?
Yeah, Marvel's opposite of DC.
Okay, so yeah, so they're competing with, because Marvel's teamed up with Disney. That's why.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, because Disney did some movie with them. But yeah, so yeah, so they're doing this
Well,
whole.
Marvel is Iron Man.
So Disney did Iron Man.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Because I remember months and months and months ago, maybe a year.
Marvel is
Did the
Spider-Man. Marvel is Iron Man.
Yeah, but I do remember them partnering or talking in with Disney. I do remember that because I did talk about it. But yeah, so 10 movies, Warner Brothers, ciao.
All right, well, there you go. A lot of superhero movies coming out of the Warner Brothers film division. So, right on. What else you got, baby?
Neil Young is launching basically a wannabe iTunes, iPhone, iPad, iPod type thing called Pono music player. And it's like this little, it comes in 3 colors, but the concept model is this like little yellow player that's like this big.
Mm-hmm.
And they teamed up and worked out all Sony, Universal, and Warner Music. So over 2 million tracks are on this Pono player. The site and the player itself have launched. The app will be launched soon, so there will be an app for it soon. So basically, it's Pandora.
I know what, like,
Mixed
why?
with,
What's
like,
special
iPod.
about it?
It's Neil Young. I have no idea.
I heard Neil Young is dating what is her name? The fish girl in Splash, Daryl Hannah. Yeah, that's what I heard. He's dating Daryl Hannah.
Weird. I like that movie Splash. That was a great movie.
Neil Young's weird.
So is Daryl Hannah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Remember her in Dancing at... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, another stripper.
But did you ever see that Dancing at the Blue Iguana?
No.
She played this girl who, like, was just insane and then, like, convinced everybody that she was pregnant. It was quite interesting.
I just remember when Daryl Hannah was really hot, and
For, like, 3 years.
and then she's old, and she didn't age well, and she just looks very old.
You know who...
She looks very witch-like.
You know who I kind of mix her up with in a weird way? Is
Ellen.
I
I don't know.
Why does she have short? Kate
Winslet.
Beckinsale, is that her name? No,
Oh.
no, no. Kate
I know who you're talking about.
from Grudge Match. Sylvester Stallone.
She's married to Alec Baldwin. She used to be hot,
And their daughter's a lesbian.
and she was in 8 Mile and she was Eminem's mom.
Yeah.
She was
Kate.
She was Debbie. Isn't that his mom?
Debbie.
Debbie.
And then Brittany Murphy was Kim.
Yeah.
Which was She blew. Brittany
Yeah.
Murphy blew Rob Black.
Kim Basinger.
Yes.
Kim Basinger.
Yes, I
Yeah.
get them two mixed
And
up.
Kim Basinger used to be really hot.
I think
And
she
Kim
looked good in
Basinger.
grudge match.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's not unhot. Like, Daryl Hannah is, like, brutally unhot.
Yeah.
To me, Daryl Hannah looks kind of like Juliet Lewis. Not Juliet Lewis Dreyfus,
yeah.
but Juliet Lewis.
Yeah, I
Like, you know how Juliet Lewis
Natural
was,
Born Killers.
was young,
Mhm.
and she was kind of cute in a way, and now she's old and really witchy looking. It's like Daryl
You know
Hannah.
what? You could tell those two probably smoke a pack of cigarettes a day.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Juliette Lewis. That woman, I swear, is like the smoke-a-thon woman. She totally licks it. And her voice actually got raspier over the years.
They just look. You know what? That is what hipster douchebag girls look like when they get old.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you're sitting in like the Federal or Starbucks and the little 20-year-old girl comes in with the fedora and the sweatshirt tied around their waist. They look like Daryl Hannah when they're in their 50s. Old, skinny, witchy looking. And you're like, ew. Ew. And they're like, yes, can I get some chai latte? Oh, can I have it in a paper, recyclable cup? Just make sure it wasn't brought in from Dallas, Texas with a little taste of Ebola.
They might want that.
What, Ebola?
I want to feel what they feel so we know we can embrace it.
Like, I'll tell you know who I think's gonna look ugly when she gets old? Unless she gets work done,
Say it.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say someone we actually know. I was like,
No, and Angelina Jolie seems like she
no.
is gonna look. Okay, I'm sorry. Give me another story.
No, because I love Angelina Jolie.
No.
I think she's gonna be hot no matter what. And if she was to be ugly, it would already been done. She'd already be ugly.
All right, you're right. You're right. I take it back.
Because she's what, 40?
I take it back. What's in the box?
No, Brad. No. Brad Pitt's sexy, but you know.
He's like 50, isn't he?
Yeah, but you know who needs to watch himself?
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, little fat ass.
I know but he's still on that hipster line, so
Yeah.
we can say. I mean, Leo.
He reminds me.
I dig the beard, but lose like 20 pounds.
You know, he reminds me of Marlon Brando. Like Marlon Brando. You don't know Marlon Brando. He was
I just know Godfather.
Yeah, but he started, when he was young and was like the sex god guy. Like, oh my God, Marlon Brando. He's so hot. Yeah, I mean, he was like all the women's, dream. And as he got older, he got fatter and fatter and fatter to the point where he was like 700 pounds and he was just hideous. And you're like, Marlon, what happened? That's how I see Leonardo DiCaprio.
And it's so
because Leo has got that same acting. He's been in his legendary movies. He's got such a name when it comes to being a young actor that has gone, that has risen in the ranks, where people are like, oh my God, he transforms himself into these characters. He's very, very Marlon Brando-like, and then you see pictures of him out on the beach, and he's like,
yeah,
he's got the hair in a ponytail, and you're like, Leo, I get it, you'll work out for your movie role, but that's the start. That's like the Marlon Brando start of like, you see Brando? Yeah, but he's in between movies. And you're like, yeah, but he's looking a little
I mean,
portly.
I hope the only excuse Leo has is like, I'm gonna play Marlon Brando. But
Alright, give me something else.
so yeah, so
Fox
is gonna do Big, the TV show, based after the movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks!
And the show, the 30-minute show that they're doing is
starring Rob Black as Big.
That would be perfect for you, because it is like, this show is like a coming of age type show of what it means to be an adult and what it means to be a kid, and not to mix the two, and to be like how to.
Somebody call Fox.
Audition.
I should audition.
You should.
I'm scary talented.
Yes, you are.
You never seen Big. We talked about this. And ladies and gentlemen, do you realize Katie Summers has never seen Big? There's a bunch of movies she's never seen, and it's funny because we always talk about movies she hasn't seen, and the fact that we're going to see them. But we don't like to binge TV because we actually like to go outside, because our work week is not a type where we're out and about, meaning we work from 11 a.m. until 1 o'clock in the morning. And on the weekend, we absolutely would despise going, let's just sit in the house and watch TV for 8 hours. That's horrible. So all these things that we want to watch, or I want to share with the young princess, it's hard to do because there's also TV shows that are going on now that we like to watch, and we only have a certain amount of time in the weekend. So Big is on that list, just like Star Wars. She hasn't seen Star Wars 4 or 5 times. So anyways, give me something else, baby. Sexy girl. Sexy motherfucker.
I was just seeing if Leo
is fatter.
has any new movies coming out, and he has 2.
Is there anything that revolves around being fat?
He has
fat like me.
He's filming right now the Revenant.
I'm fat.
Where it's an era movie set in the 1820s.
I don't know what that is.
About a bear mauling.
Someone gets mauled by a bear?
He does.
What the hell kind of movie is that?
I don't.
Unless the bear starts talking and stuff. Give me something else.
Led Zeppelin. Now, remember a couple months ago they got put in that lawsuit for copywriting and stealing the Stairway to Heaven. Remember that?
You need Kool-Aid!
Remember that? Do you remember?
Baby, I need schooling.
Do you remember Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
If I'm pointing at Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, you're pointing at Led Zeppelin right now.
This band right here with their earth, wind, fire, water symbols. They're really not those symbols, I swear. I was just joking. But this band, they stole music from this guy named Randy Craig Wolf, who did the band Spirit. And they this Wolf man was like, yo, I'm kind of mad, homie, because, Stairway to Heaven, you kind of took my riff. Like, that was my song, and it didn't get anywhere because you made Stairway to Heaven with it. So they sued him. So that guy sued Led Zeppelin, and it was like, you stole my songs. Well, they did their first round of court, and Led Zeppelin lost. So they're losing. They're like, oh, we're sorry. No.
Of course and you know what? I actually, when we did this story originally, months ago, I actually had the riff, and I was gonna play it, and then we had the video, and we were gonna play it.
I remember.
And I don't know where it is now, so it sucks that I don't have it, and I wish I did. Because if you listen to it, you'll say, wow, they stole that riff. I mean, it really is. It really is the riff. It's that riff. And then a lot of times people will go, come on. Sometimes there's similarities, but then if you put more of the puzzle together, the fact that this band did a couple shows with Led Zeppelin pre Stairway to Heaven where they played this song. So Jimmy Page was sitting there listening to it going, that's an awesome riff. That's awesome. And these guys, as a group, suck. They're never going to go anywhere. We're going somewhere. I'm just going to take that. And when you put all that together, you go, yeah, dude, throw the guy a couple $1 million. You guys stole his riff. I mean, literally, throw the guy something, please.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right, so good. They're losing.
All right. Do you like Blue Oyster Cult?
I love Blue Oyster Cult. I want more cowbell!
Well, you know what? Tonight, you can get more cowbell.
How can we get more cowbell?
Because tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, on Yahoo Screen, Yahoo Live, will be bringing you Blue Oyster Cult from the Hard Rock Rocksino in Northfield Park, Ohio. It's Northfield, Ohio. That's where it is. And you can watch more cowbell and cowbell and cowbell and cowbell and cowbell and hear, don't fear the reaper.
Don't fear the reaper.
Yes.
Romeo and Juliet running down the street. Don't fear the reaper. Don't fear the reaper. La.
We need more cowbell.
I love that.
But yeah, so tonight you can watch that full concert. They're on tour right now. I just want to throw that out there.
Don't fear the reaper.
So they should be coming to LA relatively soon.
Oh, we should go.
We should go.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, you better call somebody, or I'll tell you. And that is a couple months ago. We did a bit about how Katie Summers is afraid of mentally challenged people. Yes, Katie Summers is afraid of the not politically correct word we will use here called retarded people. And I did a parody called Don't Fear the Retard. And it's basically a song about somebody that's mentally challenged chasing Katie Summers as if they were Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. And it's called Don't Feel the Retard. Da-na-na-na-na-na. So I decided to throw that out again. All right, Katie Summers, give me something else.
I'm pulling up their tour.
Don't feel the retard. Look at them up. They're badass in this. Look how cool they look. I love the dude in the white suit. I think he's the one that does the cowbell. He either is the one that does the cowbell or he's like the main singer. Because normally they have the main guy in the front of all the pictures. So I got to imagine he's the guy that's like, don't feel the retard, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Romeo and Juliet, da-na-na-na-na-na. La 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 la. Love that guy.
I wonder if they were already
He's cool as fuck.
LA.
If they're where?
If they already were in LA, because looking at their tour, they're not going to be in LA. But we could go to Laughlin, Nevada at the
Laughlin.
at the Harrah's Hotel and Casino.
I know where that is.
Them on November 29th.
Laughlin. Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's time for some sports news.
Okay.
It's time for some sports news.
Well, give it to me.
The San Francisco Giants won.
Hitter!
6-3 against the Cardinals last night, which
San
led them
Francisco!
to a 4-1 series, which now means October 21st they will begin the World Series against the Kansas City Royals.
And remember we talked about this yesterday when you were like, San Francisco 3-1. We were like, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win. End of story. It's gonna be San Francisco, Kansas City. We said that yesterday. Boom. What do we got today? San Francisco, Kansas City.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right.
Boom. Shagalaga.
Let's go through this really fast. Okay.
Good.
Kobe Bryant is really mad at ESPN, calling them idiots because they ranked him number 40 as 40th best player in the NBA. And he's like, that's not cool. Why am I number 40?
Because you're old and you're not as good as you were, dummy.
And he's like, I should be, number 1. Like, 'cause that's what I am. And I'm like, who is number 1? Like,
Gotta be LeBron.
oh yeah, I forgot he is still playing. Yeah, so most likely LeBron. But the coach, Byron Scott, was like, he's just playing. He's not for real. He don't care about that. It's Kobe. Kobe don't care about anything except basketball.
I mean, that's silly that Kobe's all distraught. He's not what he was. This isn't when Kobe was young.
Yeah.
This is old Kobe. This is Kobe after
Old
rape
Kobe.
allegations and world championships and being a crybaby, can't get along with Shaq. That's this Kobe. It's not young Kobe.
You want to know something about Donald Sterling?
I
You
don't-
want to know something about Blake Griffin?
I've been waiting for this story because it seems to be in the press, and I never read it because I figured you would talk about
Yep.
it, so I want to know because
All right.
I hear creepiness.
So, Blake Griffin was on that Derek Jeter, the Players Tribune show,
Yeah.
or site, or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is, something that
Talking
Jeter
about,
would do.
talking about how he started with the Clippers and how he got drafted and how Ballmer's like the awesome dad and Donald Sterling's the creepy uncle. So every year Donald Sterling has the white party where people dress in all white, everything's decorated all white. And the year that Blake Griffin got drafted, Donald Sterling's like, you gotta come to my party. It's the white party. And he's like, he's like, alright, cool. So he goes up there and Donald Sterling's all like, oh, Blake grabs his hand and starts dragging Blake. Like literally, grabs his hand with 2 bodyguards dressed in Clippers. They were not bodyguards. 2 supermodel, male black supermodels dressed in Clipper gear that would walk around, It was fun. So here's Donald Sterling. He's like, oh, let me introduce you to everybody. So he's like, everybody, I want you to meet our newest star. He's the number 1 draft pick. The number 1 draft pick in the NBA. He's with us. No, this is for real. This is for real, guys. It gets creepier. So he's like, in a circle, introducing Blake to every single person, every single group. And then every single group, Donald Sterling's like, so Blake, where are you from? And he goes, Oklahoma. And he's like, how do you like LA? And he's like, it's pretty cool. He's like, how do you like the women in LA? And Blake's like, what? And then he is like, I would try to leave. I just be like, do, and try to go about my way. And then I get yanked back by Donald Sterling. And then all of a sudden when the guest member was like, yo man, just keep smiling, it'll be over soon. And that's what happened to White Party.
He wanted his star black athlete on display.
Half black.
Yeah, half black.
Blake Griffin is good though. He is a good basketball player. It's kind of shitty though because I know Blake Griffin could be better if he was given that chance to be better. But he is on the Clippers. He doesn't really have that kind of chance. But he is the name of the Clippers.
Yeah. This is creepy. That's funny. I mean, everybody's like, just that whole Donald Sterling era. He's just, let's put it this way. There's a lot more real racists in our country, and a whole bunch of them actually sit in the United States Senate.
Yep.
Donald Sterling was just a weird, old, creepy dude who, at the end of the day, I think was just crotchety to everybody.
Mhm.
I don't think he necessarily didn't like black people. I think he just didn't like
People.
people. Now, some black people he liked, some black people he didn't like. Some white people he liked, some white people he didn't like. Some Jews he liked, some Jews he didn't like. He was
Yeah.
just one of those, to me, he was a typical old, rich Jew. And that's
And
not
to
being
me-
racist. I'm
and-
just saying he seemed like an old, rich Jew that grew up. And it's not condoning what he did. It's just saying there's people in the Senate that are actually sitting there going, I hate blacks. I want to create voter ID laws to prevent blacks from voting. I want to, create different things to put obstacles up to keep black people down and things of that nature. I don't think Donald Sterling set out to do that. I think he was just a crotchety, old, rich, Jewish dude who was just like, what are you talking about? Yeah. And like I said, he didn't like Magic Johnson. And I think that was what those tapes were about. I don't think it was about Blake Griffin. I don't think it was about President Obama. I don't think it was about black people in general. I think it was black guys that are laying the pipe to his half black, half Mexican girlfriend, and Magic Johnson, who him and Johnson had issues dating, 20, 30 years ago. So, all these reports you hear are just, he's just a creepy dude. Bringing girls into locker rooms, telling the girls, look at all these beautiful black men. Just weird, like.
And you know what? It's like
creepy, cuckoldy things.
That's all it is. And he gets turned on with that whole.
Yeah, fuck that big black cock. Yeah, like